Recently I heard from renowned naturopathic Dr. Barbara O'Neill. Bones aren't made of calcium. Bones are made of 12 trace minerals and 64 minor minerals. The pharmaceutical companies, they make all these drugs, then they've got another section. Guess what's in the other section? Vitamins and minerals. And there's not a big stockpile of vegetables out in the backyard that they're making them from. So if you've got calcium supplements, the best thing you can do with them is put them in the bin. Is it true? We will be found the answer in this video. Are you struggling with weak bones or recovering from a fracture? What if I told you that the key to stronger, healthier bones might be sitting in your kitchen right now? Dr. Barbara O'Neill, a respected naturopath with over 40 years of experience, has uncovered surprising connections between diet and bone health. These are secrets that pharmaceutical companies would rather keep hidden. In this video, we'll explore how simple changes to your diet and certain natural remedies could dramatically improve your bone strength. So put down those calcium supplements and pay close attention, your bones will thank you. But that's not all. By the end of this video, Dr. O'Neill reveals a shocking truth about sunlight and bone health that might change the way you think about spending time outdoors, as well as 4 common foods in America that leach bone minerals from our body more than anything else. Also, you won't believe the simple kitchen staple that Dr. O'Neill says could be the key to unlocking optimal bone strength. Before we jump into the solutions Dr. Barbara recommends, let's briefly talk about how big this problem really is. According to the International Osteoporosis Foundation, worldwide, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men aged 50 years and over are at risk of an osteoporotic fracture. In the United States alone, the National Osteoporosis Foundation reports that about 10 million Americans have osteoporosis. In addition, another 44 million have low bone mass, placing them at an increased risk of osteoporosis. What's really worrying is that these numbers are expected to rise as the global population ages. In fact, the World Health Organization predicts that by 2050, the worldwide incidence of hip fracture in men is projected to increase by 310% and 240% in women. The American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons also reports that about 6.3 million fractures occur each year in the US, with osteoporosis being a leading cause. Our modern lifestyle is a big part of the problem. Exercise strengthens bones. The best muscle strengthening exercise is defying gravity. Later in the video, Dr. O'Neill explains exactly how to carry out this exercise, especially among seniors. But it's not just a lack of exercise that we need to worry about. Poor nutrition, excessive consumption of processed foods, and reliance on pharmaceutical solutions are all contributing to the bone health crisis. A common misconception that increases bone problems is the over-reliance on calcium supplements. Many people turn to these supplements, thinking they're the key to strong bones. However, Dr. O'Neill suggests that this approach might be doing more harm than good. So if you've got calcium supplements, the best thing you can do with them is put them in the bin. Do you call it a bin in America? They call it a trash can. I just want to be really clear here, rubbish. Recently I read a book, The Calcium Lie, by Dr. Robert Thompson. Actually says that calcium supplements can deplete even more calcium out of your bones. The pharmaceutical companies, they make all these drugs, then they've got another section. Guess what's in the other section? Vitamins and minerals. And there's not a big stockpile of vegetables out in the backyard that they're making them from. They're in a form that your body can't access. This statement might seem counterintuitive, but it's supported by scientific research. A study published in the British Medical Journal found that calcium supplements were associated with an increased risk of heart attack and stroke, suggesting that the body doesn't process supplemental calcium the same way it does calcium from food sources. Dr. O'Neill believes that many of these bone problems can be prevented or improved through natural means. Let's explore some of her bone healing secrets that Big Pharma doesn't want you to know. So where do we get that from? Dr. Robert Thompson states that the clearest indicator of a creator god is seawater because it's the exact same mineral balance and proportion as is found in the body. This statement might seem surprising, but it highlights the importance of mineral balance in our bodies. Our bones don't just need calcium, they need a complex mix of minerals in the right proportions. Here are some of the top bone-boosting foods Dr. O'Neill recommends. Dark green leafy vegetables are among the best sources of calcium, as recommended by Dr. O'Neill. Vegetables like broccoli, kale, and bok choy are rich in calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K, all crucial for bone health. In fact, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that a high intake of green leafy vegetables was associated with increased bone mineral density. Dr. O'Neill also stresses the role of sesame seeds in bone health. One food that's phenomenally high in calcium, and it's in with the other minerals so it's in a good form, and that is sesame seed. Before we continue, if you're finding this information valuable, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We're committed to bringing you the latest in natural health information, and your support helps us reach more people with this crucial knowledge. Sesame seeds are a powerhouse of minerals. They're not only rich in calcium but also in zinc, which is crucial for bone metabolism. A study in the Journal of Nutritional Science and Vitaminology found that sesame seeds could prevent osteoporosis in postmenopausal women. Chickpeas is yet another bone-healing food on Dr. O'Neill's list. Also, chickpeas are also a good source. So these are foods that will help boost calcium. Chickpeas are also rich in manganese, a mineral that's essential for bone formation. Research published in the journal Nutrients has shown that manganese deficiency can lead to reduced bone formation and increased risk of osteoporosis. Dr. O'Neill recommends incorporating these foods into your diet regularly for a powerful bone health boost. She suggests making a salad with dark leafy greens topped with sesame seeds and chickpeas. But remember, it's not just about adding these foods to your diet. It's equally important to avoid foods that can leach minerals from your bones. We'll talk about that later in the video. For now, let's talk about another surprising revelation for your bone health that might surprise you. Dr. O'Neill talks about the bone-healing power of salt, but not just any salt. We're talking about whole, unrefined salt. This natural mineral, which is often vilified in mainstream health advice, could be a game-changer for many common bone problems. So we don't need to drink seawater. All we need to do is get the whole salt, Celtic salt or Himalayan salt that has all of those minerals in it. Unrefined salt contains a complex array of minerals that our bodies need for optimal function, including bone health. Here's how Dr. O'Neill recommends using salt for bone health. Dr. Robert Thompson states that if you take a little crystal of salt in your mouth, give it a little chomp, drink your glass of water, you do that with every glass of water, that's 8 times a day. This might seem counterintuitive, especially given the common advice to reduce salt intake. However, it's important to distinguish between refined table salt and unrefined, mineral-rich salts like Celtic or Himalayan salt. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that low salt intake was associated with a higher risk of osteoporosis in postmenopausal women. The researchers suggested that adequate sodium intake is necessary for optimal calcium absorption and bone formation. Dr. O'Neill lays more emphasis on the importance of unrefined salt. I'd like to suggest that the table salt has lost its savor. It's only 2 minerals. So throw your calcium supplements out and the money that you usually use to buy calcium supplements, buy the Celtic salt. Dr. O'Neill also reveals the healing power of sunlight for bone health. We've all been told about the importance of vitamin D for bone health, but did you know that sunlight plays a crucial role in more ways than one? Dr. O'Neill believes that controlled sunlight exposure can actually be a powerful tool for maintaining and improving bone strength. The ultraviolet rays from the sun hit the skin and convert a form of cholesterol just under the skin to vitamin D, and vitamin D is essential in the assimilation of calcium and the utilization of calcium in the body. This process of vitamin D synthesis is well documented in scientific literature. A study published in the Journal of Pharmacology and Pharmacotherapeutics confirms that sunlight exposure is the most effective way for our bodies to produce vitamin D, which is crucial for calcium absorption and bone mineralization. Here's how Dr. O'Neill recommends harnessing the power of sunlight for bone health. Expose larger areas of skin. Aim for regular, safe sun exposure. Be mindful of the time of day. Don't wear sunscreen during your vitamin D sessions, as it blocks the UVB rays necessary for vitamin D production. Remember, while sunlight is beneficial, it's important to avoid overexposure and sunburn. Always practice safe sun habits and consult with a healthcare professional about the right amount of sun exposure for your individual needs. Now, it is time to talk about an exercise that Dr. O'Neill swears by for bone health: rebounding. This low-impact exercise, performed on a mini trampoline, could be the key to stronger, healthier bones. And the best exercise, the best bone strengthening exercise, the best muscle strengthening exercise is defying gravity. And the best exercise for defying gravity is rebounding. Rebounding works by subjecting your body to increased gravitational load, which can stimulate bone formation. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that bouncing on a trampoline can be twice as effective as running in building bone density. Dr. O'Neill suggests starting slowly. If you're not used to the rebounder, you just start with this. This is just your health bounce, and then as you get more confident and stronger, you can start leaping. Even a gentle bounce for a few minutes a day can be beneficial. As you get stronger, you can increase the intensity and duration of your rebounding sessions. While exercise is crucial, Dr. O'Neill also emphasizes the importance of rest for bone health. Rest is a very important part of life. Must be a balance between rest and work. Remember the perfect mathematical formula: 8 hours to work, 8 hours to play, 8 hours to sleep. But the bones need rest. They need to be fully rested and revived every night, and a lot of bones aren't getting that. While incorporating bone-friendly foods is crucial, it's equally important to avoid substances that can leach minerals from your bones. Dr. O'Neill highlights several culprits. 1. Caffeine. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that high caffeine intake can increase calcium excretion and potentially lead to bone loss. 2. Refined sugar. 3. Alcohol. 4. Tobacco. By avoiding these substances and focusing on nutrient-rich foods, you can create an environment that supports optimal bone health. Dr. O'Neill's approach to bone health offers a natural alternative to conventional treatments. By incorporating nutrient-rich foods like leafy greens and sesame seeds, using unrefined salt, getting proper sunlight exposure, practicing rebounding, and avoiding bone-depleting substances, you can significantly improve your bone strength. Remember, bones need more than just calcium. They require a complex array of minerals and the right lifestyle choices. While these natural methods can be highly beneficial, always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your health regimen. Your bones support you every day. It's time to return the favor. If you found this information valuable, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share your experiences with these remedies in the comments. Your insights could help others on their natural health journey. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more natural health secrets. Until next time, stay healthy and embrace the power of natural remedies.